Good afternoon and welcome to today's presentation. The workshop in which you are about to take part in focuses on the use of technological devices in Australian classrooms, with a particular focus on iPhones and the readily available applications that these convenient devices hold. Today we'll be directing our attention to the subject of health education for a suitable age group of roughly grade 6 and 7. Together throughout this workshop we will discuss how certain applications are beneficial to students by conversing how students can learn from them, what their potential use could be in a classroom environment, and how they relate back to our relevant target audience of grade 6 and 7. For those who are not aware, an application, also known as an app, is often defined as a program that is downloadable to run on an Apple iPhone, iPod Touch, iPad or smartphone. As represented by the present society, applications can be seen as an emerging technology which offer entertainment to its users. However, many individuals are not aware that not only do these applications provide games and amusement, some also incorporate an educational and learning process, which is beneficial to use within a schooling system as a teaching method. Today, with the help of your iPhone, iPod Touch or iPad, we would like you to do a quick search in your App Store to see just how many apps you can find that you believe would be helpful to use within a classroom environment. As mentioned earlier in the workshop, the particular subject we have chosen to focus our attention on is the key learning area of health education. When our group members conducted this search, it was interesting to find an application by the name of Food Find, which stated that it was an educational game that tests players' knowledge of food groups while encouraging them to run around in an open outdoor space. Unfortunately, we will not be able to participate in this game today as not all of you own an iPhone, and therefore are unable to download this particular application. However, it was interesting to find an application that involves the users to compete for the highest score by collecting and matching foods from the same food groups. Not only does this application involve the children to have an understanding of the food pyramid, but it also permits the children to engage in physical activity as they navigate their device collecting the different foods. In saying this, it is clearly identified that there are many applications on iDevices that cater for students to help them engage in learning about health education in a fun and interactive way.
The Apple iDevices inspire creativity and hands-on learning with features you won't find anywhere else. Devices such as the iPhone, iPod Touch and iPad also include apps that have the potential to transform teaching methods and the styles in which students can learn. They are easy to integrate into the curriculum, and once completed, teaching and learning can be seen on a whole new level. There are many benefits for integrating iDevices into the school curriculum, particularly in the health education area. The first advantage can be seen through their convenience, accessibility, fun and interactive software. Apple's statement, "there really is an app for that," is definitely true. Applications on the iDevices enable learning both inside and outside the classroom. With thousands of apps on the App Store, you're sure to find the perfect one. The best thing about the innovation of apps is that students love them. Apps help to personalise instruction, address a variety of learning styles, and create highly interactive classrooms. This not only makes for a more engaging learning environment, but it also results in performance improvements across the board. Predominantly, because most students are familiar with the Apple devices, students have already acquired the skills needed to use these applications, and as a result of this, are able to use them immediately. The iDevices have given educators a wonderful library of excellent audio and video podcasts to download and integrate into their lessons for free. Now, not only can you easily create excellent podcasts easily with an iPod, you now have a treasure trove of resources. To maximise the learning and functionality of the iDevices, it is important to link each app back to another source of learning. Using the apps is just one step out of a multifaceted learning front for students. Allowing students to have a fun and interactive learning base initially is important. This grasps their attention and interest and will aid in teaching them about the topic. iDevices have also been proven to improve motor and physical skills in students as they make learning interactive and interesting for students, which assist in their learning retention. By allowing students to interact with iDevices, their learning is
downloaded the apps we suggested, so you had the opportunity to view the apps prior to this workshop. When we conducted our search for healthy eating, an application that we found was one called Eating Well. Feel free to open this application to have a little look at what it is about. This particular find is an award-winning application which illustrates recipes directly on the iDevice. The Healthy Eating program consists of 200 recipes containing straightforward instructions with accompanying photographs. The menu is conveniently divided into separate categories, including an appetizer, breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, snacks and desserts. It also contains full nutritional information for each recipe, which is insightful for students. Students of the health education class generally learn about a unit concerning body mass index. So with this in mind, it was thought relevant to install a BMI application from the App Store. Feel free to open the BMI application to calculate your own BMI and see what this application is about. The body mass index is a measure of body fat based on the height and weight that applies to males and females. As the teacher of a grade 6 or 7 class, it is important to remind students to think about their eating habits, informing them of healthy eating options. In saying this, students could use, for example, the Eating Well program to choose healthy recipes that they may want to prepare in their next cooking class.
To conclude this presentation, it can be seen that the use of iDevices in a school environment is proven effective. With the appropriate use of the App Store installed in Apple devices such as iPhones, iPod Touches and iPads, students studying health education are benefited in many ways. Not only can students access the internet and other information on this portable device, but they, as mentioned above, can calculate their BMI, otherwise known as body mass index. Students can also browse different applications that suggest healthy eating habits, and finally play games where their aim is to collect healthy foods by physically running in the direction of the foods on the screen, as seen in the application Food Find. As seen on the Queensland Curriculum website, students of the grade 7 year level are expected to select and use tools and technologies, including information and communication technologies, in a purposeful way. They make the use of potential that ICTs provide to acquire, create and communicate within health and physical education contexts. This statement can be fulfilled in a classroom environment through the use of different applications.
What do you press? What do you press?
The red button.
I pressed the red button. It's still doing it.